Oh, you think you can just stand in the middle of the flowers?
That's not a statue?
Oh, no. That's Deb out of pocket.
Oh, she out of control.
Oh, this is gonna be the most beautiful photo ever.
Welcome back to Ridiculousness. Okay, let's talk about sometimes getting in trouble, right? Say when you're younger, maybe you stole some candy, right?
Yeah, all the time.
And say you stashed it in a tire, right?
This sounds very specific.
And then maybe a teacher runs up on you, right? And you're like, I don't know what's up, right? Let's just say hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
And then your homie is like, I saw him steal the candy, right?
That's not your homie, though.
Yeah, well, what is he?
He a snitch.
Okay. And then instead of saying, hey, it's right here in the tire, he said he threw it over the field fence right there.
No,
right?
you still told
And
that
so-
I took the candy.
So hypothetically now, this kid gets in trouble, but he comes back later and him and his homie split the candy.
I'm not sharing my candy with you. I didn't just did time and time out.
Yeah.
I just did a bid, fam, and you go.
Yeah, you're right. It's taken a lot of years to come to grips with this.
Call him out right now,
That
Rob.
kid was I don't know, hypothetically that kid's a snitch. Just like everybody in this category, tattle males. Take a look.
I can spot a pot smoker from miles away, and you look like a pot smoker.
But nothing is better than that Brim movie hit her with.
Man.
That pivot, she thought he was about to walk away, not on my watch.
Oh, man.
Police! Police! Help! Police!
It's crazy in here right now. Okay.
Everybody's confused. Everybody.
Like, does he think there's a hidden camera on the train that the police are just watching, waiting? Like,
Everybody's feeling a little bit guilty.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, I got weed on me. Ah.
Shut up! Manager!
Manager!
That's not how it works.
Manager!
Somebody who's not following the law and walking with a green light, and now I've got this self-righteous person threatening me with a camera.
He hates his dad. Let's just start with that. He's like, again?
He's just in no man's land right now.
Yeah. He's like, can you just drop me off at school, dude? Seriously.
You don't understand. I'm in shock. It doesn't matter. I'm in shock. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what?
Okay, he's in shock. He doesn't know what he's doing. We'll be right back with more Ridiculous. Okay, is it all right to bend the rules?
To bend them?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't break them. You can bend them, though.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do anything, right? It's okay to speed a little bit.
What are rules?
Yeah.
Rules are
I
just
feel
made
like
up things.
it depends on the game or situation.
No, people
Oh,
just
okay,
make up
now you're
rules
talking.
anyway.
Certain board games, I'll bend the rules a little bit.
What? That's where you can't
Board
bend the
games?
rules. It's like,
Or beer pong, definitely bending the rules.
how do you bend the rules on beer pong?
Well, you know, they try to make up all these ones about, like, if it, like, taps the, you know, like, I'm like, no. Like,
No, you're like, look, the goes in the cup, we're drinking. Just shut. We gotta keep moving here.
keep
I mean,
simple.
Uno, we all bend the rules on Uno.
How?
Because we all play it differently. And it depends on what house you go to and how you playing. Do you play stacks?
No.
Can you put down a draw 2 on a draw 4?
Yes.
You can, right?
Yes.
Because it.
Yeah.
Ain't a real rule.
That is period. Well, look, because we're not rule breakers, because that's bad. We're rule benders, just like everybody in this category. They said only vehicles only.
Drive-through only.
This is a car, friends. Tell me it's not a vehicle. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah.
What the We don't quite get it yet. But better safe than sorry, huh?
Man. Oh my God, they looked at us.
So I went to Walmart. I found this on my car.
Oh, very nice.
Get some chocolate in your
Sorry
life,
for
girl.
the damage on your car. Can't afford to fix it, but here's chocolate instead.
Here you go. Here's a little bit of
Here's the
chocolate.
damage on my car.
Oh, her car.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's crazy.
You're gonna get towed.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
No sign, no problem.
Hey, that's total fact. No sign, no ticket. We'll be right back with more ridiculousness.
Yeah. Give it up for Chanel West Coast. Just made it feel like we had a guest, you know?
I don't know why I'm doing this whole episode. I'm just feeling this move today.
Okay. Might have been that Bieber song.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because the whole
crowd was doing it. He's been through a lot. His new album's really good. Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think about rules?
They suck.
Straight up.
Broke them all growing up.
And exactly like you, everybody in this category thinks rules are for fools.
I don't give a I'm a modern woman. I'll pee anywhere.
I'm so hungry. Thanks for the pizza. Oh, man. That guy's just heartbroken. He shows up for that delivery.
You know it's coming out of his pay, too.
And he's like, I swear to God, I put it in there. You didn't put it in there.
Chicken!
You wanna know one thing I never pay for? Full chicken breast. Hey, whoa, not here, not at my valet.
What are you doing?
Got lost going out that way.
That's an entrance. All these cars will be coming in, so if you go back down the same way, that's the exit.
Yo, I've done that so many times.
What I'm not gonna do is what you just said.
No thanks, I'll go this way.
No. There you have it for rules are for fools. Okay, rules. Do we stick to them?
No, never. I broke rules
way.
my whole life.
What are we?
Baby, that's why I
Are we
am where I
rule
am.
breakers or rule makers?
Rule makers?
I definitely am a rule breaker.
You know what I mean?
I
Give
think-
that as an option.
Yeah.
You just want to break rules, huh?
I think lots of rules were made to just control people and make them stupider.
So, hey, break everything you can when you can. I'm going home. I'm gonna speed. I'm gonna probably litter.
I don't break those type of rules. Like if it affects me, maybe possibly dying, I'm not gonna break that type of rule.
I thought we were bonding on like, let's get nutty here. There are some rules you've got to stay into. This category is filled with people that just want to make sure everybody does the right thing. Take a look at rules are rules. Ain't nothing stopping me here. Hey.
Not supposed to be smoking in here, man. Put the cigarette out.
You don't work here, boss. I'm outside.
You don't work here, boss. What are you, a cop?
He's like, I'm a Flyers fan. At the baseball game.
Man, literally like a Flyers fan.
You don't work here, boss.
You don't work here, boss?
He's such a character.
Dude, you're not supposed to have e-bikes on this thing.
This is a handicap piece of equipment.
And
And what?
show me the rules saying that you're allowed to do this.
What the f?
Who are you?
Captain America, obviously.
Obviously, you see the shield.
You're breaking the rules at the park.
It's a handicap piece of equipment. I can't walk.
You should have led with that.
You should have led. They blamed him again. You should have led with that.
I did lead with that. Do you see me here?
Class act, brother. You're a class act.
You guys are a class act. You know the rules.
Class
Did he
act.
say you guys? And he put them in the group?
Look, he's still trying to defend himself here, like, hey.
I would have took one of those rocks and chucked it at his head.
No, but then you got the fear of them kicking you over the ledge. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, I mean,
You got
look.
the fear of losing it all.
Hey, bro, she ordered an 8 ounce, right? I put it on the scale. Only came up to 6 ounces.
Got you, buddy.
That dude was so confused. Like, I've never come across this before.
That's funny.
He's just so used to getting undercut on his
Only
beef.
came up to 6 ounces.
Got you, buddy.
Okay, let me get that taken care of for you immediately. Down here at Islands. Okay, being a meter maid. It's a tough job.
It is.
Even if you're only away from the car for a few minutes and it's expired, you still deserve a ticket, right?
No.
No.
Like, it's a tough job, because you have to be an asshole to people.
Seriously.
And you don't need to necessarily be an asshole to people. Like, the hack is simple. You keep you a plastic bag in your car, and when you get out, you just tie it over the meter. No one checks a plastic bag over the meter because it's supposed to be out of service. And you just take it off when you get back in the car.
Or you could just keep a extra fake ticket and just always put it
That
on your
works,
window.
I always try
I used to
that.
use that one.
I always try that. They always double me up. You know what I mean? Yeah, they know better. They know. Look at how weather that thing is. I haven't been here. I'm the only one working all day. Well, look, sometimes these meter maids, they've had enough. Just like everyone in this category of meter maids going mad. Oh, yeah, hey. Ain't nobody allowed to just park wherever they want.
Nah, fam.
Ain't nobody allowed to park wherever you want. You ain't on my force.
Is it for real?
What's your business? What's your business? I hate this guy. And this is a guy I do not like.
Yo, only in New York will your car blow up and you still park on a fire hydrant and you'll get a ticket.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Damn.
You gotta pay that ticket, man. No free
It's just
parking.
more like,
That is hilarious.
like there's no license. There's probably not even like a serial number attached to this car. Well, you shouldn't have left it
You
here.
gotta pay that ticket, man. No free parking, cuz.
Every ticket you could ever get, you got it.
All of them.
Damn, that's a funny joke.
Somebody just grabbed every ticket off every car and put it all in one car. Because what happens if somebody steals your ticket?
Steals it?
Yeah, then you never even know you got it.
That's happened before.
That should be like the #1 excuse
That's
right
it.
there.
I never saw it.
I've never seen it.
And they just mail you another one. Bills and everything else.
This guy, what's he doing? Is he doing what I think he's doing? Look, she's clearly disabled. He's sticking a ticket on her car. Where's this dickhead? Hey, look, he did it. He actually.
What?
Oh, you know what? You know what? Throw that drink.
Oi!
This guy, man.
Get this guy.
Look at that. Look. What a dick.
I don't believe you're actually handicapped, ma'am. Oi!
Oi! Pussy on.
Pussy on! Got him. There you have it for meter maids gone mad.
Okay. A lot of laws you can just break if you want to. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, what kind of laws?
I don't think you could break any laws technically.
Really, it's like, you know, depending on where you put yourself, you might be like, F it, what are they gonna do anyway? Type of thing, right? Tell me the laws you break on a regular.
When I'm out of state, it probably involves some marijuana.
Oh, man.
I got into it with a cop yesterday.
Oh, wow, what happened?
I was at the Louis Vuitton store, and I'm like getting into this spot. They had cones around it, but I read the sign. They don't say I can't park there, so I parked there. And a dude pull up on me, and it's a long story.
The long story short, I had to move.
No, I didn't move. And he was, I'm gonna give you a ticket, and I was like, you and your ticket. And I went inside, and I got my shoes, brought them back down, and I thought I was getting away without him giving me a ticket, and then later on, I realized the ticket was just stuck down. And I was like, I'll pay it.
Yeah. Look, this category is filled with people that are exactly like you, okay? They got that mentality and they think they're above the law. Take a look.
Oh, no, I don't think
Oh, you think you can just stand in the middle of the flowers?
That's not a statue?
Oh, no, that's Deb out of pocket.
Oh, she out of control.
Oh, this is gonna be the most beautiful photo ever.
It's litty. Free donuts, you heard?
What?
Free donut.
Oh, donuts.
What kind of donut?
He's savage.
I feel like you would do that.
I would not do
I feel
that.
like she'd get drunk and that would be Chanel.
But you know, you walk by that and you smell that, you're like, worth it, man. Oh, boy. All right. Okay. Just a little boy playing some video games. Oh.
I'm thinking he calling somebody like, hey, man, whose challenge is outside, man, y'all?
Hey, there's a little boy out here.
And instead, he robbed the little boy?
He robbed this little boy.